How's it going, everybody on YouTube? Griffin here, coming to you with a quick video today over these new Amazon restrictions and why you should not be panicking about it. Now, I know if you're new, you're probably freaking out thinking, man, I'm hitting Amazon at the wrong time, the restrictions are ridiculous, I don't know how I'm going to make money, I'm doing reselling, this is the end of the resale world. Slow down. It is not even close to the end of time, so to speak. I mean, there's still endless amount of possibilities to sell on Amazon, but as well as on eBay, Craigslist, OfferUp, Let Go if you have to. I mean, there's still Etsy. I mean, there's tons of platforms to still sell on. I'm not saying to abandon Amazon by any means. I mean, I'm going to list a couple things you can still do on Amazon, and there's still more. I mean, like the guys were saying in the green room, there's still thousands of products that are still not gated or restricted on Amazon. It's just these big douchebag companies. I mean, we're just going to have to live with it. And besides, we all know that these big companies recycle every 10 years or so. I guarantee that like, yeah, Nike, Under Armour, Adidas, Sony, Microsoft, and so on aren't going to go away anytime soon, probably. But it's not like they're going to be around forever. There's always new companies coming out, so I mean, just going to have to evolve over time. But don't rely on big companies. Jump into things like private label, where you're essentially the owner of your brand. You don't have to worry about restriction as long as you make good product, you're not falsely advertising or doing anything fishy. Do wholesale. Make sure when you get into wholesale, you're getting into a product that is not only not restricted, but that you're never going to be 100% sure it's not going to become restricted, but you have a pretty good idea that like the company isn't going to become restricted in the near future. At least a year at the minimum you should be looking out for. Both of those take quite a bit of money to get into. I'd say at least at the minimum, probably $500 at the minimum. So a lot of us can't afford that right now, so we'd all be doing it, right? 3, if you're not doing this by now, you're crazy. Books. This book in particular isn't worth a damn penny. It's just one of the books I'm taking to Goodwill to donate and get some tax write-off for. And then also we got eBay. Obviously, eBay is obviously part of my channel. Make a lot of money still on eBay. It's obviously more of a hassle because, like, if you're like me, I advertise myself as will ship within 24 hours of purchase. So if somebody happens to purchase a product at like after 5, they're still more than likely going to expect me to have it out before the end of the day the next day. And if you're going through USPS, FedEx, I don't know if FedEx does pickup yet. I haven't ever used FedEx or UPS. You have to schedule that pickup within 24 hours the next, like, of a business day or whatever. So if they do it at 5, I'm pretty sure at least USPS or UPS won't pick that up until not that next business day, but the business day after. At least that's how I'm kind of figuring it out. And it's not a big deal for me to go buy UPS or USPS anyway. It's just a few miles. Log it here in your little vehicle expense log and keep track of that for the end of the year or whatever for your taxes, and you're good to go. It's not a big deal. But anyways, yeah, books, obviously huge profits, especially if you live even remotely close to a college town, which you probably do. Colleges are all over the place anymore. I live here in Columbia, Missouri. We have the University of Missouri, we have Columbia College, we have Stevens College, we have what else? MACC, a little community college here. Lincoln University down in Jeff City. I mean, there's colleges all over this area. I'm sure there's more I'm forgetting. Westminster. I mean, so on. There's just endless amounts of textbooks, books, just plain Jane books in general. And I mean, there's book sales all the time. There's at least 2 book sales a week I hit up, and I come out with at least a couple $100 every week, so that's nice. But if you haven't gotten into books hardly at all, I would highly suggest, especially if you're new, getting into books because it's so cheap to get started. I remember my best finds was about a week or 2 ago. I walked in with $40, I spent $38, and I walked out with almost $900 of profit because, oh man, I had some in my throat from where I was eating earlier. what did I buy? I know there were 2 books. 2 books alone. One was a brand new, like, I just shipped it off. I can't remember the name of it. It was brand new, still in shrink wrap. It was a like pretty much like a disability law book, like laws of disability or something. A pretty new one, like 1 year old, brand new in shrink wrap. That was selling for like $185 new. And then I found, actually there's 3 that were jackpot books. There was a college textbook, what was it, college algebra, actually. There's a plain Jane college algebra textbook that was brand new too. Not a single mark, anything, ding, anything on it. It was brand new, still had that new smell. And it was selling for roughly, I want to say $85, $95. Got it for $2. And then the big jackpot that I found, Amazon themselves were selling it for $350. This was brand new. I don't think it was a textbook. It was a like a federal tax, some kind of like tax law book from 2015. So it was 1 year outdated, but it was still pretty good in rank. It was around the 1 million mark. Probably gonna take a good few weeks to a month to sell. There were no FBA sellers. There were a few merchant sellers, and they were even selling for $185, $190. Some still had it around $211. I just threw it on there for $250. I'll be happy with it, and I got it for $5. I'll be happy with a good $225 profit. That's just me personally. Those 3 books alone, I mean, I came out with like $400, no more than that. I'm pushing $500, $600. The rest of my books made me like 10, 20, 30. But yeah, I walked out with a huge haul that day. I was so happy. I was so happy, to be honest. I was happy enough where I didn't even source the rest of the day. I sourced for about 30 minutes, walked out with a couple days worth of money. So I just said I'm just going to go list all this stuff, be done for the day, and relax for the weekend. But yeah, that's just books. That's my little rant on books. eBay, obviously, tons of money to be made. If you don't do eBay, I don't know what you're doing. I mean, I don't know why you would jump into Amazon first anyways, to be honest. eBay's a little more easier to understand. Get on eBay definitely with clothing, vintage glassware. Doesn't take much to learn about. I mean, you have to do research. I mean, that's part of being an entrepreneur. You're doing research, you're evolving, you're trying all new different ways of making money. And I mean, I don't know anything about vintage glassware. I didn't. At least now I do. I know that like overseas, like Japanese glassware, anything from overseas tends to sell for a little bit more. Like I picked up some little they're not even really vintage. They're just little Japanese decorated coffee mugs. I picked up 3 of them, 50 cents a piece at Goodwill, and I sold them for $19 in like 2 days. So hell, I probably could have got double that out of them if I really wanted to, but I was just looking to see how it was going, if I was doing it right and whatnot. And I mean, it makes quick money. So I mean, you just gotta look. There's endless amount of possibilities for making money. I picked up some, they're actually sitting over there. I need to ship them out as well today. Some LeBron James, like, where are they? Black History Month edition LeBron James from like 2012, I think. They're in really good shape. Picked them up for $5. They usually sell for about 100, 150. I just threw them on there for 75 because they're not in like new shape like the other ones were. They had like some wear on the bottom and whatnot. So I was just like $75. They sold in a few days. I mean, there's just endless possibilities. So don't think that just because Amazon's being a bunch of chicken shits and bound down to these companies that there's no money to be made. There's tons of money to be made on eBay, Etsy, private label through Amazon, liquidation as well on eBay and some on Amazon. There's still endless amount of possibilities. Don't get freaked out by this. You just have to evolve or die at the end of the day. And that's pretty much my little rant. Not even a rant, just my little 2 cents on these new restrictions. Just keep on hustling and making your money. Don't get discouraged. Just keep on hustling and grinding and evolving, and you will succeed. I promise that. Real quick, I just want to let you all know that if there's like any questions or any videos you'd like me to do on just anything with the business in general, like time management. I know I have a video up about how I manage my time, how I wake up early and so on. But if there's just any questions or any videos you'd like me to do in general, just leave in the comments section, or you can reach out to me on my Facebook page or Twitter page. I'll leave in the description below. And as always, be sure to like the like button, hit that like button, and subscribe. So whenever my videos will come out, I'm trying to get back into posting every day or two. I had that week or two where it was just a mess. My computer was messing up, camera wasn't trying to sync with my phone, so I couldn't upload from my phone. It was just a disaster for a while, and I had a rough week or two as well. But I'm trying to get back into uploading every day or so at the minimum, and just trying to help you all out. So if there's any topics you all like me to do, I'm obviously going to come out with more videos. I have tons of stuff still I have like 4 more videos on the camera that I just have to edit and upload, and I'm just going to keep on pushing out this content for you guys, but I can't think of everything. So if there's a question you have, or you're like, could you do a video over this and clarify this for me, I'll be happy to do that for you all. Just shout it out in the comments. I'll be sure to comment back to you, letting you know I'm working on it and so on. And yeah, guys, until next time, just keep on hustling and evolving, and I'll see you next time.